train dead bodies or dead buds, and what does that actually mean? So you will have lots of people, not a lot, I would say 1 out of 30, 40 maybe, a person who will come in, you turn on the machine on them, and then you can actually take the power all the way up to 100%. I don't know if you can see the screen, but let's say you can turn it up. And then some of those people might be like, oh, I'm so strong, or whatever, right? But no, that's not the case. It's actually quite the opposite. So the more power you use, the less muscle connection, contraction, lean muscle, and all that you have, basically. So what you actually need to do is, and most people who are dead bodies, basically, are people who sit all day long in an office, or they have never worked out in their life, or they've never been working out at all whatsoever, no sports, no nothing, or naturally, they either have thyroid issues, we talk about that later, or they basically just don't have good muscle connection, right, between their muscle and their brain. So, and then the other thing is that they have no muscle. So it would be like a skinny fit person, or like a really skinny person who has like no muscle whatsoever. And then at that point, you can actually turn up the power really high on them, and they're still gonna be like, oh, it feels all right. It's gonna feel like a massage to them almost, because there's nothing to contract there, right? So the only way to overpower that is a couple of things. So one of the options is that you use this setting, which is basically the pulse width is between 300 to 400, and then the hertz is around 75, and then the relax, it's right now it's at 2 seconds. You can either eliminate it completely or just leave it at like 1 second, for example. I'll tell you in a second why. And a contraction, just have it at 5 seconds for now, and a ramp up and down at 0.1. Okay? So, and then with this setting that I just mentioned, you can do, let's say, movements like, let's say, lunges. You do like 4 or 5, depends how many they can do, in 5 seconds. So probably like 3 or 4. And then you have them, like, let's say they do it like 1, 2, 3, 4, then they hold it because nothing is going on. There's a 1 to 2 second gap as you set it up. And I start over and do it all over again. So you use one side, then switch, and you will do the other, right? But that's one. And then you can do like ongoing motions. You want to do like full compound exercises, but it needs to be more cardio based. And I mean, more cardio based is not necessarily cardio based, but it's just, what do you call them? Like you just non-stop exercising them because they don't need as much rest. And the reason why they don't need as much rest is because they don't have muscle to contract. So the basic strength training that you would use with these people won't be good because they're gonna be here. You can turn it up to 100%, and they're just gonna like do like chest press like this, or curls, and they're gonna feel like it's a massage, but it doesn't really do anything for them because again, there's nothing to contract. So we have to fix that. You can also give them heavier weights, like the 5 pounds, for example, or 10, or even 15, or even 20 if they can handle it. But you have to make sure, let's go with this setting first. So you can do that, you can do push-ups, so they're doing like 4 to 5 push-ups, then have them do like, hold it for like a second or two, if they can do it. You can use TRX, do pull-ups, and just the full body movements and full body weight exercises, and adding an additional weight is one of the options, right? That's like the first step that you could do, and then also you have to do like more warm-ups. You can see it in the text below probably, but you can do a longer warm-up. It should be like, it could be even up to 6 minutes, and then you just ongoing exercise with no break. But that's one option, right? The other option is that you can also do is that you go into the basic strength setting, let's say, and then you modify it, bring it up to 385, and then the ramp up and down to 0, and the relax also down to 0. So now it still says 3.5 on contraction, but it's no longer a matter. As you can see, the green up here is, I mean, there's no more contraction anymore. Even though here on this blue, you see that it's just going and going. I mean, it's going, stopping at 3.5 seconds. There's no stop because you took out the relax and you took out the ramp up and down. So now there is no running up or down. It's just constant feeling of contraction, right? So now what it will do, you're gonna able to use less power. So you will see why, because now it's whatever muscle they have, the contraction, the Electro will hold onto that and just grab on it, and they're just going to exercise against it. Does that make sense? So now, you turn on the power, you bring up each individual muscle group to the exercise that you're doing, and now you could even try to do the still more full body exercises like pull-ups, try to do push-ups if they can't do it on their knees, do heavier weights with the curls, and now there's no way either that they can cheat because it's a contraction and they just feel continuously. Does that make sense? So this is the setting that you could use with people who are, we call them dead bodies, and that's why, because you will able to adjust it to their actual level that they need without turning up the power to 100%. And then the other thing, if you can turn up the power to 100%, that's not good either, because if they have thyroid issues, that could be a problem. So then you have to send them to the doctors to make sure they have their thyroid checks, right? But other than that, if they're dead bodies, and when you turn up the power so high, that's also not a good thing, so make sure you adjust their settings accordingly.